All right, y'all, back at you. So today we're gonna be talking coconuts.
Yep.
We just noticed we have some coconuts, trees, coconut palms that are just loaded down with coconuts in the backyard. And we actually have a lot of different coconut palms in different stages of their life cycle, I guess. So, you know, there might be, some of you out there might be wondering, you know, how long does it take to get coconuts from a sprouted coconut? Or even how long does it take to sprout a coconut? So we'll show you. We got a lot of coconuts. We got a lot of sprouted coconuts in pots, and then we have some over here that we're just starting to sprout. Show them those over there. Then we'll go for a ride and show them the coconut palms that actually have coconuts on them. Yeah, there could be here, but so what we do to sprout them is we really just collect them and we place them. You can see we're using them as like a garden border here, but we place them where they're going to get hit by the irrigation, basically. And you can see we don't really do anything else. We've gotten a lot to sprout. This one actually. Hold on, there was one. This one looked great, but it got some kind of disease on it.
Hold on, there was one that I found the other day. So what happens is eventually the bottom of the coconut rots out, and then when that becomes soft enough, then the root from the coconut inside can go into the ground. So there was one I thought that had some.
All right, well anyways, you don't want to. But so this process to sprout a coconut, I would say takes, I mean, up to a year almost, right? I mean,
I'd say 6 months to a year.
Yeah, I mean, we had these around this bed here for many months before they started to sprout.
I think it depends on the coconut. Some coconuts are bigger than others, and some, you know, or have more water in them.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go for a ride. And we'll show you guys some coconut palms in different stages of their life. We have some that we've planted. We have some that the previous owner recently planted. And then we have some that have been in the yard, he said, for decades. So, and I'm pretty sure, I think I read somewhere a coconut palm can live to be like 60 to 100 years old or something like that.
Yep.
So,
and the wood, harvesting the wood on them is good too. Didn't they use them?
Yeah, I think they use it in the tropics because they don't have a lot of, you know, easy hardwood trees to cut down like oaks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Probably
so
like
we don't,
pretty even grain too.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of coconut palms planted close to our house because, you know, they're no joke. They'll damage your roof, dropping fruit. But this is the closest one we have planted to the house right here, and you can see it's not gonna. There's no way it's ever gonna hit the roof here. But this one, I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't gotten fruit on this one yet.
Yeah.
This one is...
It's the same size of ones you have.
It's about the same age. I want to say this one was planted 3 or 4 years before we bought the property, and we've been here for almost 3 years. So this is a 6 or 7 year old coconut palm right here, and it's reached a mature size where it'll start fruiting for sure. But we don't have fruit on it yet. I'm real surprised at that. But anyways, we'll go show them the ones. We'll show them the ones to do, because we have one that is. This is the first year where it's really producing for us. I mean, some of these coconut palms down here, you know, we've been getting a couple fruits a year off of them, but we finally got a huge, sorry guys, huge batch of them here. Where are they? Over here. Show you guys. So we got a couple here in this little corner that haven't, none of these 3 or 4 have given us fruit yet. This one hasn't either. But
so this one's about the same size as the one up that we were just
and we haven't gotten fruit off of it yet. But this one, so these right here that we're about to show you, these 5 were planted, I think the previous owner said 4 years, 3 or 4 years before we bought the property. And then we've been here for 3 years. So these are probably 7 or 8 years old. And you can see they're huge. It might be 9 years old. And we've been getting fruit off of 3 or 4 of these each year. We've been here, but now look at this. Up here, we got a ton of coconuts. There's probably 50 on that tree right there. How about these?
We got some on the last one.
Yeah, and there's some little ones on here.
I thought
we've gotten them on this one before. We got some little ones here, and it looks like there's some big bunches being put off up here.
Big giant one over the river.
Yeah, so yeah, and then we planted these right here from sprouted coconuts
I planted these
last year, yeah, and look how big they've gotten already.
Look.
I mean, it was just a sprouted coconut last year, so we planted these. The previous owner planted these. These haven't been doing well, but it's because there's some sea grapes and stuff that were all up in them, and I finally pruned it back some. You know, I think one thing that helps our coconut palms down here is that the water table is real high because the river's right here, so they get water pretty much all the time.
Also, I think they like salt water. I think that
salty, yeah.
I think that's also, I know a lot of people say if you give them like ocean water.
So we got a couple more right here. This one that's hanging out over the river is pretty old. You can see it's got some big
got tons of coconuts.
yeah, it's got some big coconuts.
Now the one behind it doesn't really ever get any, does it?
I didn't even notice that one until you just said that. Then our favorite coconut palm over here, you can see it's not massive. In fact, some of these ones that are only 8 years old are bigger than it, but the previous owner said this one's been here for decades, right? And we get coconuts off of this pretty regularly. We don't get hundreds of them, but we do get them regularly. You can see there's some up there right now. And I can't monkey up the tree like some people can. I use a pole trimmer. And I just cut the base of these batches and then drop a whole batch down. In fact, we need to come down here and do that because those are prime for coconut water.
Yeah.
You guys, you got to get, if you want good yummy coconut water, you got to get them when they're green. You can't wait too long. Even these big ones up on this coconut palm over here, I noticed, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but I don't want to call it the skin, but the coconut itself has a pretty tight, the skin on it's nice and smooth and tight. I know I'm using the wrong terms, but anyways. Well, no, but it's not rippled. It's not rippled or anything else. Some of these big green ones over here have some ripply texture to them, and that means that they've kind of started to go brown and that the water is not as good. But these are just prime water coconuts, coconut water coconuts. Same with this tree over here. I got to cut some of those batches off of those. So.
Yeah, it's so good though.
It is.
Being able to drink coconut water.
They did slow production a little bit in the winter, but we still had them.
Yeah,
and now we have
seem
lots
to have
of
them year round. You know.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, y'all. Well, if you have any questions here about sprouting coconuts or growing coconuts, just let us know. We're bananas for coconuts, right?
We're coconuts.
Coconuts for bananas. I don't know. Anyways, y'all. If you have any questions about any of our coconut palms here, just post down below. Until next time, everybody out there, take care.
Bye.